is Seriously Kam After Dark. Welcome to another Thursday Madcap with me. And today we have Malaysia's most precious icon. And I say this with so much sincerity and love. Chef Wan! Chef Wan, masuk Chef Wan. Wait, hang on. Chef Wan's coming. I think lagging sikit. Okay, I want to say hello to Mesh Andy and Annie Chong. Mm-mm. And I'm waiting for Chef One to come back online. There he is. Hello, Chef.
I'm here already.
Hello, everyone. So we've got Chef One in his
Ya, apa khabar?
dekat villa, but internet a bit lagging lah. But it's okay. We will all still be here with you. Tengok you punya fans semua dah ada sini dah, Chef Wan. Ini Benedict Elga. Hai Dato.
Itulah. Bayar rumah duit mahal-mahal. Internet ada pula. Mana?
So Chef Wan, how have you been since this MCO lockdown? Masih pergi?
Alhamdulillah.
Masih keluar ke?
Selamat berpuasa.
Oops. Chef Wan, we are losing you. Boleh tak? Boleh dengar Joanne tak? Hello. Hi, Sherisha Sharul. Nice to see you. Okay, kejap sebab sabar sikit because we have Chef Wan punya internet a bit susah malam ni ya. Macam internet kena virus. Chef, mungkin you keluar and come back. Maybe you come out of the stream and try to come back into the stream. Hopefully your internet connection will be a little bit better. So sorry to keep you all waiting. I know you're waiting for Chef to come back online. As you can see, he's been keeping well in his villa. Very nice house. Tadi I tengok dia punya dining table. Wow, of course lah. Kan? You can't call yourself a chef if you have a small dining table. So we're waiting for Chef One to come back online. I think his internet maybe streaming go.
Ada buka internet I balik dah.
Oh, okay. Alright.
I ingat tadi internet tu apa? What happened to the internet? I tak on kan tadi. Ya Allah, kan apalah kena aku.
You must get an assistant. Mana assistant you? Tak ada ke?
Dah lah, aku ni retarded pasal internet ni kan. Nak buka telefon application pun bodoh. Semua bodoh kan. I like macam ketinggalan zaman, macam zaman caveman gitu. Tapi kalau orang sepi boleh ingat pula. Tapi when it comes to
internet, semua boleh. Tapi internet semua tak boleh.
Macam cari porno semua tu boleh lah. Internet semua kan. Website dating tu boleh. Tapi lain semua tak boleh lah.
Kesian. Tak tengok Netflix ke?
Ada, tapi Netflix tengok dekat bilik TV, dekat TV lah, kat phone gila kecil sangat. Orang nak tengok semua mesti nak yang besar-besar.
Betul.
Kita nak tengok.
You punya TV berapa besar, Chef Wan? I punya 42 inci. You punya?
I tak kira pula. Masa beli tu main tunjuk je. Aku nak ni. Tapi besar jugalah.
Besar lah.
Besar.
I rasa TV sekarang kadang-kadang ada 4K semua. I don't like the too high definition. Dia macam like all sudden macam video game, all the.
Ya ke? I tengok TV ni, tengok mostly news kan, CNN dan BBC, and then I most the time tengok just movie. Of
Mm-mm.
late ni banyak lah tengok movie pasal prison lah.
Which
Ah,
prison?
ni prison dekat Amerika. Nama movie tu Wentworth Prison. Lagi satu is Orange, Black and Orange ke apa. Oh, but it's
Oh,
good, no?
Orange
Ah,
is the new black. That one
ah,
lesbian one. That one's the
ah,
number one.
itulah
Lesbian
banyak
movie.
betul lah. It's a lesbian, ya. Tapi
Mm,
but I like that all that cerita because ada different character, so you can study their character and it's interesting to see how orang yang masuk jail ni kan, they went through difficult time with their family. Kadang-kadang kita also wonder why they are so screwed up, always
mm.
doing the same thing, ambil dada, this and all that. So when you look at them, also kadang-kadang kesian. Very sad lah, very sad.
It is
They
true. If,
they want
if,
they want to
yeah.
get out. They want to get out tapi they can't. They felt macam they're trapped.
Well, I think that it's honestly what the ambience is around the world right now. We want to get out, but we feel very trapped. Betul tak?
Betul.
Uh,
Especially negara ni kan pun sama jugalah, aduh tak tahu nak cakap lah.
Well,
Itulah
all I
macam,
can say, at least Malaysia kita macam control lah sikit kan.
ya, ya.
You lihat America, Spain, but right now everyone is easing, letting people go out and all. What do you think? Like this raya, I know a lot of people are nak balik kampung, tapi kena tahan kan sebab
Ya.
still tak boleh. What's your advice to all those people who
My advice
want to
macam ni lah.
celebrate raya?
My advice macam ni.
Mm.
I think dalam kemungkinan apa yang jadi ni mungkin
Mm-mm.
seumur hidup kita lah ataupun mungkin I pun tak tahu what is in the future, tapi for me when it comes to kesihatan,
Mm-mm.
public health especially, we manusia must be a very responsible person, ya. Bermakna kita kena keluar pakai mask, kita kena jaga sanitation, all that. Tapi sekiranya kerajaan tu nak melakukan sesuatu macam lockdown ni, apa yang jadi, apa sebab hari raya ni, for the safety of the people, we should listen. Kan,
Mm.
kita patut dengar. And I think in life, takkanlah kita boleh korban satu hari raya tu tak beraya dekat kampung. Kalau katakan 3 bulan from now, kalau dah tak ada lagi apa the virus ni, kita pergilah, kau nak beraya sebulan ke 3 bulan pun, no one is stopping you kan.
Ya, betul.
So I think bila orang bising-bising pasal ni kan, I personally feel why lah manusia ni selfish. Tahu tak? Minta maaf lah kalau saya cakap ni macam bunyi tak sedap
Mm.
kan. Macam kita ni lebih pentingkan diri kita sendiri tau kan. Tapi sedangkan kita tak fikir, we must think that bila jadi kelakuan macam ni, the virus boleh berjangkit kepada our own family, contoh mak bapak kita, tok nenek kita, mungkin
Yes.
adik-adik kita punya cucu-cucu anak kita yang kita pegang, yang kita ni apa semua, and imagine how difficult bila orang-orang ni semua sakit nak berubat, and then yang worst, if they die because of that, tentu kita pun nanti rasa menyesal kan. And kerajaan kan dah tunjuk macam-macam contoh yang berlaku dari segi orang yang pergi luar negara lah, bawa balik benda ni, and all the cluster macam mana jadi. Takkan dia orang tak faham lagi. Kita tengok hari-hari news, saya misalnya minta janganlah saya tengok drama siang malam kan, pergi tengok all the international news, faham, what's happening with the world. And I think we as human being, we have to be more responsible lah. Kalau anak-anak tu biasa, apa-apa kesian lah. Kan, kita orang tua, kita kena ada bit of, orang kata, kebijaksanaan lah, wisdom kan.
Yes,
Jangan
correct.
pentingkan diri sendiri. So for me, that's fine. I myself, I'm not celebrating Hari Raya. Even they say 10 people can come at one time to my home. I am so worried that 10 people, even my own family, might bring that. So I said, for now, nobody. I'm not celebrating Hari Raya. I told my children, also because my ex-wife passed away about a month and a half ago.
Oh
So
dear.
so I thought, kita pun tak nak lah celebrate raya. So I said, tahun ni, I won't be celebrating. Even my children, I said, kita tunggulah Rina, lain-lain masa tu boleh celebrate. I think demi kepentingan kesihatan, I would rather be at home, for sure.
Well, besides your home, you have also another home. I mean, the restaurant you One. And I check online kan ada banyak-banyak promosi raya food delivery yang diorang boleh pergi and order. But of course one of the best one, Eric, if you're there, can you pull up the tiffin picture from Chef Wan? Ini yang paling cantik sekali. And I'm sure all the people that is watching us, you kalau nak celebrate or you nak buy for your friends, office semua, this is only, if I'm not mistaken, tengok aku dah
Campaign.
109 plus saja, then you get this tiffin which is gorgeous. Okay, enough. I want to see Chef One face again. But you all beautiful that tiffin. Masih ada lagi ke sold out? Because 109 plus is very good.
Hari tu dah ada dekat 2,000 dah, tapi order 2,000 all sold out. So lepas 2,000 dah sold out. So lepas raya ni ada lagi datang.
Oh, okay. Tapi same dengan rendang dan lemang
sama lah. I think like hari raya ketiga ke macam tu dah datang balik dah. So boleh order lagi lah macam mana. Yes. Pening kepala. Punya banyak lah orang order. Aduh.
Oh, you yang buat cantik-cantik, of course lah orang order.
Sedap. I like that tropical design. So I thought, kalau orang nak pergi office, budak kadang-kadang nak pergi sekolah, nak makan. And it's such a cute tiffin, so I thought everybody will love it.
Worth it. But for raya,
and also I was thinking, kadang-kadang kita beli makan, kita letak dalam plastik, ikat-ikat apa semua tu, so I think it's nice that we can save the world by using less plastic.
That is true. Okay, kita ada question from Cheria. Maaf kalau sis say your name wrongly. Dia tanya, tiffin tu boleh sampai JB tak?
Sebenarnya sebab kita ni jual dengan makanan dia, so I don't think we will go to JB and all the other places because that transport dia jauh and also it's going to cost too much to pack and all that, and kita ni tak ada masa, so I think it's just within KL area saja. So kalau orang-orang macam di macam ke apa, so kalau dia ada adik-beradik ke, saudara mara ke,
beli kat sini dan kirim ke JB.
I don't think there's a problem lah.
So just buy. Actually, it's the tiffin and then the food also. Never mind. Let your friends or your family eat it. Then you want the tiffin, kan? But here's the thing. For Raya, will the restaurant be open? And how? I'm sure you all already have your restaurant clean and all. And how do you all do social distancing? Some of the tables will not be served.
Our restaurant is very big because kita next our restaurant kita ada a big dining hall, banquet room yang boleh masuk 400 orang kan. So because of that, we are able to space restaurant all the table jauh-jauh, then most are very lucky. So everybody can sit such far apart lah because kita boleh expand restaurant tu dengan besar sekali.
Okay lah. So that means 400, that means 200 boleh masuk lah. Masih okay lah.
Yes, jadi so anytime is possible, boleh lah. But I think these few days also banyak home delivery, ramai yang order, banyak. In fact, our home delivery is a huge success, volume and all that. So alhamdulillah lah. So I think it's people kadang-kadang kalau takut was-was nak makan dekat restaurant, they can always order makan dekat rumah. So now I want to plan macam kata a dinner for 6 or 10 where we can deliver to the macam 6-7 dishes that you can entertain dekat rumah, makan dengan family.
Ya, betul.
Kata kita nak makan kat restoran malas, kita boleh buat dekat rumah kita sendiri kan. So I think the risk is less lah. Kalau kita pergi kat restoran mungkin kita ada more risk kalau ramai orang kan. Tapi kalau kita makan cuma 6 orang, kawan-kawan saja atau family member terdekat, so I think it's not a problem. So I think
Chef Wan, we have a guest watching all the way from Texas.
I say hello
dari Texas, USA. Julie. Julie, I'm sure all the way in Texas, you not only miss the tiffin, but you also miss our Malaysian local food, correct? Kesian orang kat Texas. But here's the thing, Chef Wan, I want to ask you, in all your professional life, which is the most difficult recipe that you have ever cooked? Yang paling difficult sekali.
Something difficult. Uh,
Because I know most of the time you're so good at,
mm,
making the recipe your own. But has there been a recipe that you try, macam, you know,
mm.
not up to your standard, but you try again sampai dapat? Ada tak?
I think dalam banyak-banyak tu kalau nak ikut lah selalu some of the French punya way of preparing sauces tu kan makan
Mm-mm.
masa sikit lah because very tedious, labor intensive, it's time consuming. So French cuisine are very detailed. So dia orang kadang-kadang macam kita nak masak apa ni tulang nak buat stock dulu, lepas tu after that
Mm-mm.
sauce dia. So it's quite tedious, macam peringkat-peringkat. And then the end, the presentation nak letakkan lobster tu dengan dia punya kuah dia dengan apa, sauces dia. So I always find, such dishes are very tedious to do lah.
I would presume that our own local dishes more difficult to do, but I can understand from your
Hmm,
perspective how the French, you know, what they
yeah,
need to do in
yeah.
prep for the whole meal.
Because kita ni senang, it's easy for us because we are familiar kan with all our
Mm.
spices. So ambil-ambil campak-campak aja tau. So because you've been trained, to cook for so many years,
Uh-huh.
so the experience is there, so orang kata dah agak-agak is there. So when I was at the Mandarin Oriental buat
Uh-huh.
Ramadan buffet, kadang-kadang satu malam kita 400, 800, 1000 orang last year in our restaurant, for I think tak salah for 23 days, almost
Mhm.
every day we serve about 1000 about 1000 guests kadang-kadang. Daripada pagi sampai malam buat 1000. Crazy betul kerja tengah nyawa dia orang basuh periuk tu sampai kena ada 2 shift pukul 4 pagi sampai 6 pagi pun tak habis basuh periuk lagi.
Ui, kesian. Kesian.
Restaurant Joanne, I kata, I'm telling you, it's the taste. Nak kata untung banyak sangat, tak ada juga. Not really. But it's hard work. Because
Mm-mm.
tahulah, nowadays barang mahal. And then by the time kita bayar gaji.
Sayur semua dah increase I pun dah tahu. Ha.
And then, imagine, sewa kita je, restoran kita
Mm-mm.
punya restoran 68,000.
Oh my
Ah,
God. Itu that's one car. That's one Myvi.
Lepas tu tahulah chef lah kita ada dekat 18 orang servis belakang, so we have to look care, so it's a lot of ni lah, kata overhead expenses. But then the good thing bila restoran kita maju, I think I'm very happy to see that we are able to help a lot of all these young chefs to learn, to channel a lot of my recipe to them, the skill as well kan, kita can pass down all that. It's good for them lah.
So do you allow your 18 chefs to come out with dishes that perhaps you will like, okay, yang ini pas, yang ni okay, tak pas ke, or are you the main, yeah.
In the more seniority, some of the most the senior chefs,
Mhm.
I do allow that, but they need to apa kata go through my approval lah, macam but they only for buffet macam kita buat buffet tu, once in a while tapi kena pass through I dulu dishes tu, tengok lah sedap ke tak sedap. Kalau tak sedap, then I have to give them my recipe lah.
Do you feel that sometimes, this is in general, not in your restaurant punya chef, do you feel that nowadays sebab ada master chef, online got a lot of people who call themselves chefs but they are not actually chefs because of all this, because of the internet, there's so many online sexy chefs coming up. Do you feel that nowadays chef, they feel like they want to be more popular than to have their food as their main, as their main talent? I
Yeah,
have
but
seen like especially those naked chef yang betul-betul naked, bukan Jamie Oliver, you know. You got see before the video kan? Then they
yeah,
cook like chicken breast, but dia dapat dia macam influencer. All sudden like sebab 1.2 million people looking at them cooking in their underwear. How do you
yeah.
feel about that? And then they call themselves chef.
Yelah, kadang-kadang you get to see that a lot, even in Malaysia pun, kadang-kadang they are not focusing more on the food. Kadang-kadang they try to feature more about apa, their life, their family, and then
Mm,
some pula you say lah kan tu. So for me, yeah, it's different. I think it's we are moving now to a different era tau.
mm,
Orang kata the internet era, this era where sometimes people can have access
mhm,
of the recipe and ilmu immediately from whatever they wish to follow kan orang kan. So
mm,
there's something that it's not something that we can actually stop, because everybody can become a star. So that's why kita tengok dekat internet tu banyak sangat longgokkan benda-benda yang rubbish. So yang orang yang tak bertauliah. I mean that's sad lah kan to see that. But then you have to understand, Joanne,
mm,
dalam hidup in life ni memang there are people who follow that kind of trashy thing. There, yeah, I mean there's people who are a bit smart. There are people who are a bit
mm,
idiotic. There's a bit of people yang also yang kurang ajar, yang biadab, yang crazy. So there's all
ada.
sorts of people. There's all sorts of people hari ni, that you can see from the response of what they write. You can see their mentality and all that, and what they put up there also on the internet pun kita boleh tengok, all this trash.
Mm,
So that's why that's the sad part lah about having the freedom of doing whatever you want to do lah to be famous kan.
and you're right. Sometimes trashy is one of the ways that you can get famous, and unfortunately, adult or the younger ones, the YouTubers may find that the easiest path to success. Okay, kejap I now take a
Mm.
few question. We have what do you call this? We have Julie from Texas again. She
Mm.
asked, tiffin is sold in stores in KL. I will get it next trip. Well, Julie, if you have a friend or relative from Malaysia, after Raya, which is next week, I think Chef Wan, your stock akan balik kan? Betul tak?
Yeah. All they
Yeah.
need to do is just call je lah. Go to the website je.
Okay, go to D1. What do you call this? It's DE.WAN 1958. That's the Chef One's restaurant.
Mm.
And you can ask your friend from KL to buy it for you. Of course, they will get to eat all the lovely dishes in the tiffin, and then they can pack it nicely and send it over to you in Texas, kan?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. So for those of you dari JB ke, Ipoh ke, Penang ke, don't worry. That's one way you can do. Tapi kena order cepat-cepat tau.
Mm.
Kalau tidak, no more stock.
Ah,
And for those of you who are rayaing in KL, kalau you nak order the fruit from Diwan, of course, chef is doing family meal size of like 4 packs, 6 pack, 8 pack macam tu. So order lah.
mm.
Senang sikit, tak payah masak
Mm.
okay. That's correct. Go to the Sherilyn Cole. Thank you very much. Yes,
Ah,
that is the restaurant name. DEWAN dot Way.
mm.
Uh,
Right.
so I
Thank
know
you.
you're very busy with the new restaurant, also very hardworking. What do you do for fun? For fun, apa you buat untuk fun?
For fun, mostly is gardening lah. Kalau tak gardening, I like to also read travel magazine, kadang-kadang food magazine. But a lot of fun for fun, mostly for me these days is just gardening. Mm.
Gardening. Okay, so your garden might have a lot of flowers right now
Yes,
because
and
everywhere.
especially juga herbs. I plant a lot of herbs, vegetable as well. Sikit lah. Yeah.
Where everybody wants your tiffin, it seems. Dia orang tanya untuk Christmas dengan Chinese New Year ada ke. I think every festive you have to do one design, Chef Wan.
I know lah. I think the next one will be tiffin with my face on the cover. On the,
Jangan. After that we're going to be somebody else. Actually, I also wanted my face on the t-shirt.
the top is my face and the bottom is my butt.
So that means you eat Chef Wan from the top to the tail.
To the bottom.
Apa? The French from top to toe, right?
From the bottom.
Since you mentioned about traveling, I'm sure we all miss traveling. Kan dulu ada tengok Chef Wan travel to Europe. You buat
Hmm.
show where so cute. You drive the van and then you go to UK, kan betul tak?
Rancangan tu, yes, yes, yes.
Ah,
Yeah,
you,
and that
yeah, you've done so many show. Which is the show yang you paling which you remember the most and gave you the best experience in your opinion?
I think it's that series lah, rancangan East Bites West.
Kan?
And that program took me to 13 destination, 13 daerah all over South England kan.
Mm-mm.
And then what's most interesting is to promote Malaysian cuisine. And I
Yep.
think when we reach all the marketplaces, because everything is very impromptu, it's not not planned kan. So kita pun tak tahu what to expect. Pandangan Mak Saleh ni buat makanan kita, and then
Mm-mm.
kita all go and let 20 and randomly picking people, 20 of them to taste, and then after that they have to say which are the food yang dia suka, Malaysian food ataupun the British punya type of fatty food, all that lah. And out of the 20 episode kan, Joanne, can you
Mm-mm.
imagine? I won every episode. And menang bukannya ini public vote tau. And menang bukan katakan majority is kata kalau 20 I dapat 19, dapat 18. So that goes to show how many people yang tak tahu Malaysian food, tapi bila makan kari pap, makan sate, makan mutabak, mi macam-macam lah, buat mi Bandung lah, nasi biryani, even nasi lemak and all that, and then they all for the first time ramai, because kita kampung-kampung kan, to all the flea market
So,
and all that.
yeah.
And then they love it. They love it. In fact kan, satu pun orang putih tu, I ingat lagi, bila I bagi nasi lemak tu mula-mula I nak bagi, dia kata, what is this? I kata, this is Malaysian food. Dia kata, oh, I hate Asian food. I kata, why? I kata, racist. I kata, you're racist. Dia kata, no, I'm not racist. Dia kata, I just hate them because they are so overwhelming. Plus, I said, but try this nasi lemak. Lepas tu, and then bagi dia makan mutabak kan. Lepas tu bila dia makan, oh my God, what is this? It's just so bursting with flavors. Dia ambil, dia cecah dalam dalca tu, dia makan-makan lagi, dia masuk 2 kali. Oh, I've never eaten something so delicious. Dia kata, tu dia kan. So, itulah I cakap dengan dia, never judge the book by the cover.
Another case lah earlier this year, earlier last year actually, yang case yang British Airways tu perempuan, the English girl that ate the nasi lemak and then they complain, and then of course our Malaysians like semua, right, until a point that when she went back to UK, a Malaysian
chicken rendang crispy pun tak habis kita kan.
Ayo, that one memang. Do you know that, chef? Sebab you know all the celebrity chef, do you know the famous master chef one, the one yang kata kita punya rendang it's not crispy?
Pernah jumpa dia pun dekat food festival pun pernah jumpa.
Sebab sekarang last Monday he commented the wonton not crispy enough. Dan kena really only from Malaysian and Singaporean, but it's always Malaysian and Singaporean like macam
kejap Singapore punya, Singapore kata Malaysia, kan Malaysia kata Malaysia, kata Indonesia. I'm so tired, and I tell people, what they're fighting, food travel, through immigration, to invasion, to peperangan over years, over centuries, kan, and through that, makanan tu kata bersangkut-sangkut paut from different countries. So it's not that something that kita boleh prevent, kan. So the thing is, just enjoy, because at the end of the day, when you try to trace back the roots of all the makanan, is go back to Tuhan, the creator, God the creator, kan. So that's why stop lah kata all this thing about racism, about who owns what, about makanan. We fight just about everything tau these days, pasal tanah, pasal minyak, pasal negara, pasal everything lah kan. It's like I don't understand this world. Sometimes because I'm a very peace loving person, so I'm very happy, siau-siau kan. I love everybody, I never for once look at people because of them ni warna kulit dia ke apa ke, tak ada, because I always feel I'm born equal with sama manusia lain. And I think yang paling penting, I always tell myself dari dulu, daripada kecil, Kalau kita nak jadi manusia, yang baik hati, kita cantikkan hati kita, cantikkan perbuatan kita, lebihkan sifat-sifat, kasih sayang, have a lot of love, dalam diri kita, the sense of responsibility, and it's so important to have compassion and empathy for others, kan?
Mm-mm.
Instead of looking at the color of the skin. Dan saya kadang-kadang heran tau, bila orang bergaduh pasal hak Melayu, pasal politik hak ni, I say hak whatever shit, sorry for my language lah, kan? And the thing is, kita pergi Mekah ni, orang Islam ni kan macam-macam bangsa ada dekat Mekah. Beratus-ratus, beribu-ribu pun tak tahu dah macam-macam jenis, kan. And orang Islam juga, orang datang daripada Sudan yang gelap, yang Cina, yang datang daripada Jepun, Islam, Korea, Islam,
Mm-mm.
Myanmar, Bangladesh, Islam juga orang, kan. Bukan kita orang Melayu je. So that's why, Islam mengajar manusia, untuk, have more kasih sayang, just like any other religion jugalah. All religion tells us to do the same thing, kan. Tapi tak tahu
Correct.
kenapa, yang orang, there's always some bad apple out there yang stir up thing and all that.
There's always some bad, like what you say, the universal language that every religion teaches is love. It's humans that made it,
That's why I always, hatred destroy you, and hatred destroy everybody. At the end of the day, we get back nothing. Peperangan, end up nothing. All the years of sejarah, history, peperangan, destruction, all that end up nothing, kan? Apa dia, misery.
Okay. Let's take some question as well. Okay, Chef Wan from SC Hong. Asking Chef Wan, where do you get the ideas to turn your business around during this pandemic? It's a very clever question, very interesting and important question.
I think the idea is not that difficult because, people's habit kan nak makan ni is always going to be there. Kalau hari-hari kita makan kat rumah pun kita bosan, ya. So dalam kata within 1 week pun sometimes mungkin kita berselera lah, because I as a chef pun berselera nak makan food from other restaurant, kan, not just I kita saja. So by looking at human punya ni, so I thought it's nice, to have this kind of service where we can speed up and really, kata home delivery ni in a good quality packaging dia, kan, apa, so that people are happy that we get repeat orders and all that. So we want to change the menu, so some, from time to time to give it something different, kan. So that's why based on that, but also I was thinking, rather than kita berhentikan chef kita and they all lose their job, and how they going to feed their family, kan, because we have like 22 chefs. So I thought the only thing we can do now is try to do this home delivery. We work and then kita testkan all our workers, before that with COVID-19, we sanitize the restaurant, bersih, so that everybody, I sendiri pun kena test, so I come out negative, and everyone is negative, alhamdulillah, and so that's why we want to make sure that, the food all goes pun bersih and all that, so that I think, menyaga ni senang je, Joanne, as long as ada sifat tanggungjawab, sifat kasih sayang, and kita ni sentiasa manusia yang very teliti, prihatin makanan orang, and and we always want to do nothing but the best and deliver that. And we also, while doing this as an owner, as a chef, I also want to pass down my skill, because I'm already so I nak pass down my skill to all these young chefs and all that. So I think that's why I tengok kan perniagaan I daripada buka kan Joanne sampai sekarang sangat maju. And I think and then after that, setiap bulan bila ada dapat duit ni kan Joanne, one always give to charity tau. Tapi kita charity boleh cakap lah kita bagi siapa ke banyak mana, no need, tapi but I do that without fail. Sampai last year Ramadan, imagine I ambil 100% of my own income I give to 17 charitable organisation.
Wow.
You tanyalah, and half of that went to the Millennium Group and Farrakhan, and all that. And every year we do that. And we only take a fraction. I mean, I only take a fraction for my living expenses and all that. But the rest, I do that. Macam besok pun I'm going to deliver some checks here and then pada my usual. I think so important keikhlasan. Bila kita kerja kuat, you must work hard. You must work hard. You cannot be lazy. And then after that, you niat nak buat baik-baik, bagi orang makan baik-baik, duit ni. And then
Betul.
orang orang pun dapat makanan baik-baik kan, jadi image kita pun bagus. And then rezeki tu ada lebih, kita tolong orang susah, sedekah. So that's why Allah tu murahkan rezeki kita. It's very
Betul.
so true. Because I always believe, Joanne, bila Wan nanti mati, we all akan pergi, tak tahulah, setahun dua ke, besok ke, entah malam ni ke. But bila kita dah nak kena pergi, when we have to leave, we leave everything. Tinggal segala-galanya, harta rumah, semua pun kita bawa nothing.
Ya,
Tapi
boleh.
I selalu I nak bawa bila dah pergi, so satu kenangan yang manis, yang mana di atas dunia ni, when I had a chance to be kind to people, to do many good things to people, and all that kan, I'm able to do that. But sometimes orang salah faham tau. One selalu kadang-kadang mulut lepas, kan, orang selalu tak tahu Chef Wan yang sebenarnya. Tapi all my close friend yang within my circle, yang even orang yang biasa kerja dengan I ke apa, will know the true person that I am. Hati I.
Yeah, Chef Wan, I do see your side. The two sides, and I'm one of the very few that I'm very glad that I managed to get to know the real Chef Wan as well.
Kita cakap, atau kita very lepas cakap, and very opinionated about politik ke, about apa, ataupun sebab jaga mak ke benda. Sometimes bila kita buat benda macam ni, orang tak suka tau. Manusia ni memang macam tu. Dia tak boleh tengok orang, kadang-kadang kalau kita senang pun tak boleh, kalau kita berjaya pun tak boleh. They will always have to put you down.
Betul. I mean, Chef Wan, haters will be haters. They will always be haters. Kan? Kau tengok,
penting kan, Joanne, kita selalu kena ingat, kita kena sabar, be patient, and kita kena ingat, kalau kita kalau Tuhan tu tak kasih kita semangat yang tinggi, tak dia tak kasih kita pikul on our shoulder, if he kasih kita tak boleh pikul this on our shoulder, he would have not given this task, these challenges to people, and it's only people like me that turn around, instead of menipu rakyat ataupun tipu meniaga ke apa, tapi kita buat semua cara positif, baik rezeki kita dapat, kita dermakan pada jalan baik-baik, tolong anak yatim, masjid, orang susah, fakir miskin, and kita selamat, and kita tak perlu takut. Haters will say whatever. Manusia ni kadang-kadang kita nak minta 5 sen pun, nak keluar dari poket dia orang bukan nak bagi tau. Dia orang tahu kata je, mengutuk je, tapi they are not the one who make it happen. So I always tell myself, I made it happen. So that's why these days malas nak berlawan-lawan, orang kata dengan orang, nak bertegang lidah, nak apa semua. I just don't waste my time anymore, because I just went to do good things in life. Like I said, the rest is sera, whatever will be. I move on, and orang nak kata I semua, I just say like, sorry lah, kesian, if that's how you think about it. And I forgive you.
No. We sometimes have to let go of all this negativeness, because it's the one that's pulling us down. Okay, let's take some more questions. Okay, we've got Jack Clifford asking, why is Malaysian cuisine not get to the state of popularity as Thai cuisine internationally? Well, I think for one reason is because they cannot find good Malaysian chef over there.
That's true. And I realize ni, in Malaysia ni, makanan kita ni kadang-kadang susah orang nak identify, because what, makanan Chinese, for example, dah more established. Makanan India dah more established. And then bila kita makanan Melayu kita is more like Indonesian, is more like Thai as well. So identity kita, makanan Malaysian is not so very clear tau. So a lot of time people are very confused with makanan kita, because what is Malaysian food? Macam orang makan Thai food, orang tahu, okay, this Thai food, okay, macam ni makan dia kan. Orang try apa, this orang tahu. Tapi bila Malaysia ni kadang-kadang, bila orang makan, ni macam Chinese, tapi kita kata Malaysian. Padahal is Nyonya food. Ini
food, betul.
Melayu ni, ni macam India lah, nasi biryani apa semua. Tapi Melayu punya ni kan. So that's the thing, sometimes the misconception of that lah, because no doubt we are kata kita ni a melting pot kan, within the region. So that's why kita call ourselves Malaysia to Asia kan.
So that's why, because we've got so many different tastes and all that, so it's very
Ya Allah,
hard
kamu
to
bang apa kau
it's sexy macam tu
bukan my
I think Jack, to identify Malaysian cuisine is there's so many different varieties, so many tastes, that it's hard to just pinpoint to one. And also, the further you are from Asia, the more difficult it is to get chefs, I personally feel, that can cook Malaysian cuisine. Like if you go Chinese, they actually bring their whole family, their uncle, auntie, grandmother, mother, niece, nephew. So the whole family runs it. But if you look at Malaysian restaurants, unless they bring over half the kampung,
because
then the
banyak kalau Malaysian yang pergi Penang dia orang Chinese kan, so they're not very well versed in Malay. Ni kalau Indian pula Indian, so Melayu pun banyak yang actually travel abroad and work and want to open a restaurant pun kalau you tengok kan, tak ada. And lagi satu like now it's better lah, but about 10 years ago it's very difficult to get a lot of all our spices, rempah-ratus, all that, not easy lah kan.
So okay, let's take another question. Great idea on the tiffin. Creativity is the key to survival. By the way, I trained all your staff at D1 over the last 5-6 months till February. You have such beautiful staff who are committed and loyal.
Oh, thank you, Ramesh. That's true. I mean, budak-budak kita is very true. I think they are very hardworking, very committed. That's why the restaurant is popular. Ramai yang suka, because we have built up our service lah, very well. And thank you, GL. So we train our staff from time to time, kan?
Kita dah answer. Why do you reckon Malaysian cuisine is not on the same? Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Jen.
The thing with Malaysian cuisine is, I personally feel, the last time when betul juga, like 10 over years when you go to UK kan, I remember me and my girlfriend were so desperate to go and eat Malaysian cuisine, we only found one restaurant.
Susah kan?
But now
macam Paris pun tak banyak, Spain pun tak banyak, there's not many. But then also others where yang mana buka pun find not very successful. Because then are not
in London and Roti King in London are good.
London Sepa, because you know why? It's melting pot of every ni kan, there are plenty of Malaysians, so that's understandable lah. But all the other big cities memang around Europe tak banyak, not many, especially Switzerland. And then sometimes orang-orang ni pun dia orang very walaupun dia orang live in big cities and all that kan, they're not very adventurous tau. Macam some Spanish, some except Paris lah, but when you look at some of the French, they're quite dan duduk kampung-kampung kan, they're quite cerewet juga dari segi makanan, so they're not very adventurous.
Well, since someone asked, do you think that in the future you may be opening D1 dekat London ke, or maybe Australia? Are there talks and opportunities?
Tak tahulah, because you know why? Now pun I dah 62 kan, I'm slowly decaying. Whether I like it or not, I'm decaying.
Don't say slowly decaying. Tadi rambut tu, rambut hot.
Color macam mana pun semua dah gelebih, dah tetek-tetek aku semua dah lembik dah.
It's okay, Chef. I understand about your tetek. My tetek is the same. Semua dah. Kalau tak ada bra, habis. Jatuh.
Aku ni kalau buka baju bila angin tiup kan, macam bendera dengan pelepuk. Itu sebab jarang pergi pantai, pakai buka-buka baju kan. Kadang my friend tanya hari tu, pergi dulu lah masa kita pergi Mallorca je, pergi Mykonos. Aku pergi buka baju semua, you kan pakai singlet, tangan seluar. Lepas tu aku kata tak nak buka lah, nanti ketik, nanti kan gebak-gebak macam ni kan, angin tiup kan.
Siapa boleh guna cellophane tape down the tetek, jadi bendera. Ah,
Belajar from you lah.
okay, as Si Hong tanya, you are so inspiring, Chef Wan, and you are an excellent role model for Malaysians. What would be your advice for budding F&B owners? Ah,
Itulah for me, I think, those people should take time to travel. Actually, travel is the best part to observe. Also, go to trade fair. Because around the world kan, kita ada macam Anugerah Fair, apa, in
mm,
Cologne, Germany, kita ada Sayal Expo. So when they go to all these expo makanan kan, and they will see a
mhm,
lot of very interesting kata ingredient franchising pun ada, because you see there's a lot of hotel apa punya food show kan around the world
mm,
tau that you can go on. So when you attend all that and you begin to see there's a lot of new ideas that you can bring back, untuk memperbaiki perniagaan
mm,
kita. Trade shows are really wonderful. Beside, of course, exploring, all the city, all the restaurant. You have to dine out because if you want to improve your knowledge, your skill, and to get ideas, and all that, and it's important because today we are so connected. Senang kan, tengok macam mana orang nak visit internet pun banyak and all that. So that's why I think kita nak berjaya, kita kena rajin, Joanne. Kita
oh,
kena rajin.
so like what you say. I don't know if you know this other
Boleh,
chef called, huh?
kita tak boleh
Yes?
sentiasa rasa puas hati macam
Hmm?
duduk diam-diam, oh cukup lah kan. Then habis lah, because you know why, you must always evolve, change. Macam bulan 8 ni nak buka my new cafe dekat
Apa
KL.
mana?
It's called the Chef Wans Cafe lah. And dia Chef Wans Cafe ni dia all ada Italian cuisine, ada a lot of my
Hmm.
favorite dishes lah. And it's macam Alexis like that.
Okay, so that's to look up for. Bila, when is the cafe going to open?
We're planning dalam end of August to finish everything up lah, Kalau September pun maybe early lah. I hope not later than that.
So August and September, look up for Chef One's Cafe. What's the cafe going to be called?
It's called apa ni, Chef One je, Chef One's Cafe. And then dia located dekat KL East Mall. KL East Mall ni is on the way jalan pergi ke Zoo Ulu Kelang sana.
Oh, okay, KL East Mall. Look out for that. I'm sure, what do you call this? If you follow Chef One or you follow Chef One's restaurant called D1, they will announce it there. Okay, Ramanesh says we need a Malaysian food ambassador to our food on tables globally, and I think you're the best person to take on the role. Yes, Ramanesh, I will please suggest to the tourism minister.
You all tak tahu, I've been appointed by the Ministry of Tourism dah 3 kali. And even as we are speaking now, I am also officially the food ambassador of Tourism Malaysia, because the last minister yang came in before the current one, so he's the one who appointed me on the 2 years as a food ambassador for Malaysia. I think I've been a Malaysian food ambassador for the last, I think, almost 12 tahun dah.
Well, you did talk about passing on your what do you call this, your talents, and also, of course, your advice and all that. Who do you see could be the next potential chef that you can be proud of? Even if they are celebrity pun ada, nowadays got a lot of young celebrity chef.
Ada banyak yang naik, tapi itulah I tengok
which one yang you ada berpotensi, yang the most potential out of the ones that you've witnessed?
I like Sheshen.
Okay.
Dia bagus. Dia ada bakat yang tinggi, ada good confidence, ya. And but the rest yang ada semua tu is still new lah, baru lagi, Joanne, pengalaman kurang. I have not seen really makanan diorang tu pun sedap, they have not proved anything much lah, career wise. So they're not that many, actually, to be honest, or at all, to be honest with you, among all the yang I tengok TV tu.
It's okay, sebab you still hold the crown in everyone's heart. Apa Tiara tu? Tetap kat sana.
Queen of them all.
Okay, we're going to say goodbye to Chef Wan soon. So if you all want to ask your last question, ada tak last question? Siapa nak tanya sebab banyak nak tanya ni.
Dan nak
Ah,
tanya, belum bateri I pun habis sekejap lagi dia bilang.
lagi 2 minit until Chef Wan punya bateri habis. Well,
Siang,
anyway,
Joanne pun nak makan.
belum makan lagi tau. Ui,
Sudah.
tengok rumah.
Sekarang pun banyak. Tak tahu
Duit
lah.
lah.
Buat
Betul.
orang banyak sibuk buat kuih raya kot time ni sekarang.
Rumah kat mana ni? Ampang area ke?
No, Cyberjaya.
Ooh, no wonder. Authentic is still Chef Wan. Yes, because Chef Wan is Malaysian OG, original. You
Thank you.
OG. Okay, thank you very much, Chef Wan, for being with us for this 1 whole hour. And I will see you soon dekat restoran, eh? Kita boleh borak-borak lagi.
Thank you, and thank you to all the fans out there yang taking time to listen to our interview and talk. And so I wish everyone the very best. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay,
Bye, Joanne.
selamat hari raya. Bye.
Bye. Kisses.
All right, that's all, folks. So stay with me next week for another surprise guest. Bye bye.